Hello, welcome to the Group Isolation Network. I am loving this free music archive and the difference in tone that each episode starts with depending on which random tune I happen to come across. Big up Yakov Goldman, this one's called Joy. Right, welcome to the Group Isolation Network, daily snippets of audio joy to keep you going through the corona crisis. And yep, joy is the theme this week, hence the song by your man Yakov Goldman. And we're playing it because I have asked you, the Group Isolation Network, to provide me with your sounds that bring you joy. And I have to say I've been overwhelmed with the response. They've been coming in thick and fast. So you know what? I'm going to dive straight in there. So as more and more of these start coming in, I'm able to sort of start categorizing them. So sounds of nature is quite a common one, and we'll be hearing a few examples of that later on. Sounds of animals, pets, that's obviously a classic. But the one that I quite enjoy, the category I enjoy, is TV theme tunes. I don't know if it's the nostalgia that it invokes in people or whether they just like the tunes themselves. But yes, first one today comes from Kat Hipsey, who said she likes the Neighbours theme tune, which I think is a totally fair shout. It's one of the better theme tunes out there. Certainly in the soap opera world, it's not as dirgy and dingy as EastEnders. It's not as mournful as Coronation Street. I don't even know what the Emmerdale theme tune is. But yeah, I went out seeking the Neighbours theme tune for Kat, and what I found was a YouTube video which played every single Neighbours theme tune across the ages, and apparently it's changed over the years. Everybody needs good neighbors. This is the first one, the classic Barry Crocker, 1985 to 1989, very much the Sean Connery of the Neighbours theme tune world. (1992 to 1998), Greg Hind with this effort. More of a kind of cruise ship vibe, I think. You can find the perfect blend. And then after a couple of short-running stints, George Lazenby, Timothy Dalton-style Neighbours theme tunes, we're here today. This is the Daniel Craig of Neighbours theme tunes. Who knew that this is what the current Neighbours theme tune sounds like? Other than people who watch Neighbours, presumably. That, to me, sounds nothing like what I expect the Neighbours theme tune to sound like. Next, you'll be telling me that Fireman Sam no longer looks like what I expect him to look like. Kat Hipsey, who requested that, did actually have a reason beyond the analysis of the evolution of the Neighbours theme tune through the decades. She said, "It makes me smile that I'm so lucky having beautiful people as neighbours." And I've been hearing more and more stories of people actually speaking to their neighbours over the fence for the first time, so hopefully the corona crisis is making better neighbours of us all. Right, from neighbours to cat wars. Nothing to do with Kat Hipsey this time. Okay, wars might be exaggerating it slightly, but it is a bit of a cat competition because I've been sent multiple cat clips today. First of all, Jeanette Desart out there in France. Hello, Jeanette. Here's your cat. It's a very bassy kind of snore, isn't it, that cat's got going on. And the cat's name is Titus, which is a superb name for a cat, I feel. And from Titus to the cats of Georgie Hewitt.
What? Huh?
That was Luna, and this is Albus. So, which cat do you like best? Not including Kat Hipsey, by the way. She's not part of the cat competition. Cats with a C only. Maybe you think you can top that. Maybe you've got a better cat sound out there. So please do send them in this week if you can. Right, to Adam Lewis, who we heard from last week, the Lamb Lord. I think Adam is enacting a cunning ploy to try and make his daughters the stars of this show. He sent this little clip today, clearly the sound of his daughters, Millie and Phoebe. Playing a game brings him joy. This is them playing something called Roblox, which means nothing to me. But for you parents out there, perhaps this is a familiar sound.
Skirt. Now we have to get a nice one though. A skirt. Ooh. There are a lot. I don't have enough money for anything. Sure. Millie, I don't have 2,000 diamonds.
I know.
I do not have enough money. I've got 900. Let's just leave it at that. That's really nice.
I think we can all relate to not having the 2,000 diamonds needed to buy us a new skirt. Right, let's move on to a bit of nature as promised. 3 separate nature entries from 3 wonderful women and wonderful human beings. First of all, let's hear from Phoebes. Her recording of birdsong, and I think a slight hint of river in there as well, and transitioning into waves as captured by Amanda McWilliams. Those are the waves of Barceloneta Beach. And here's the sound of the Rocky Valley in North Cornwall as provided by Helen Nicholas. Helen says she loves this for feeling calm. Our final entry comes from 2 people, 3 people actually, very close to my heart, even though I haven't met one of them yet. First of all, we played the Teletubbies Baby yesterday. The Teletubbies Baby sounds like this. But scientists have actually proven that as we evolve, baby sounds do start to get cuter. So a couple of decades later, here's baby Esme of Dave and Carla's. Coming to a Norwegian children's TV show introduction anytime soon. Big love to Dave, Carla and Esme. And just before we do wrap it up, I would like to just give a little nod to Sibrin. Sibrin is the only Dutchman that I met in Zambia that had a Glaswegian twang to his accent. He pointed out that Sun Ra has a song called L is a Sound of Joy. I'm going to avoid the wrath of the music publishers by playing it, but Sibrin does raise a good point. What is the L that Sun Ra speaks of? Is it El Tel, aka Terry Venables?
Yeah, it's game by game. It's dealing with the next game and trying to get the maximum out of it.
Is this the sound of joy?
We're in the results business at this end, at my end of the club.
If not, answers on a postcard, please, as to what Sun Ra was talking about. Alright, that's basically it. Few of you still with work to do. We're still waiting for that dog from Andy GM Word. Simon Wicks, I'm expecting a blackbird sound from you in the coming days. Danny Krebin, I'm very excited to hear about these frogs singing that you have promised. Trudy Green, you asked if you could send me something and then you never did. And John Forrest, I'm going to hold out hope that you can get the sound of distant artillery at some point soon, but that might be a challenge. Obviously, naval battle reenactments, I mean, they're the first victim of the lockdown, aren't they? Public notices, I'm just going to point out that Rob Eagleston, the quizmaster himself, is hosting another Monday Mindbender, so get in there. That's this Monday at 6 o'clock. Why not join in and see if you can take the crown off Georgie Two Cats? It's in the Community Brains Zoom side room. Again, if you don't know what that is, have a look in the show notes if you're looking at this on SoundCloud, or just feel free to get in touch with me. Right, that's all from me. Checking out once more, hoping that by tomorrow we have in a few of those joyous sounds that we were promised. In the meantime, God bless, take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and don't panic.